Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Titleless Musings, and today I have a little bit of a different K-pop journal with me for you. I'm actually making a J-only spread. I had some pictures of him and Haesung at the recent Pomellato event, I believe is how it's pronounced. And I'd made a spread actually in my personal journal, but I didn't film it because it was in the middle of a journal entry that I decided to randomly talk about this spread and use the photos I had of them both. So I didn't want all the personal stuff I was writing about on there, and I ended up with a lot more J photos than Haesung photos. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just make an extra J spread. I'm sure that my fellow J biases will not mind that. So this spread is very much a trust the process, because I know you're watching what's going on and thinking, Titleless, why on earth are you scribbling with a marker? I promise it comes out so much better than it looks right now. I felt really inspired to do a color burst, particularly as we're starting to get into summer now. I did a lot of sunsets last year, and this year I'm feeling like tie-dye and color burst. So I decided to make this like a yellow to kind of a pinky, like a watermelon pink color burst around this J for Pomellato thing in the middle. Like I said, I did actually make a group. I mean that I made one with Haesung and J in my personal journal, but I hadn't made it like a special spread. I just made it as kind of an addition to an entry. So since I was talking about some personal stuff, I just decided I would film this completely separately for everyone to watch. Now, this spread does not have any writing on it because, again, I had already done that in my personal journal, and even though you didn't really get to see it, it wasn't like I didn't really review the event as much as I was like, oh my god, Haesung and Jay. So in this spread, I decided to focus strictly on the colors, and I was also inspired by the background, where it's kind of like that red color, but it's not like a dark burgundy red. It's kind of like it's a more muted red. So my red arguably is a lot brighter because I alternate between a Tombow and then I also use a Crayola super tip. So the colors are a little bit different, but again, particularly as we get into summer, I just wanted to do some of these starburst kind of ideas. And it's not like my own idea, it's not original, I'm not the first one to come up with this, but I just thought it would be cool and a fun little spread. I've never really done one this colorful in the K-pop journal. I think because a lot of their album concepts are usually darker, I usually stick with the darker themes. Also, just watching myself back, I'm driving myself crazy because it looks like I'm scribbling, even though I promise you no markers were harmed in this. These are old super tips. I've had these for a couple of years now. I'm trying to kind of get through them because I did get given a pack of super tips at Christmas time. So I want to kind of make sure I'm using all of my markers before I get any new ones out. I've kind of put that no buying rule on myself this year. I haven't bought any new tape. I haven't bought any paper. Literally the only thing I bought was a couple more packs of the Japanese ink for my Pilot Cocoon pen. But it's my fountain pen I use literally every day. I don't really use a lot of the super tips very often because my journal entries are more about writing. So I'm just trying to, embrace the no buy style, I guess. And it's not even so much no buy, it's just more I have a hoarding problem when it comes to journal supplies, and I want to make sure I'm using things fully. So going back to the spread, I guess I'll talk a quick little bit about what I thought of the actual photo shoot and all that. I got these photos from, I think the site is called K-popping. I want to say it's called K-popping. I don't go there very often, but when I do, it's for J photos. And that's usually just where I get the photos that I find. Sometimes they're also on platforms like Naver, and obviously Weverse, but Weverse is absolutely the most annoying interface ever known to man. I get so sick of how often Weverse logs me out, I'm tired of it. So I typically try to find my photos anywhere else because I do not like dealing with Weverse. I am at my wit's end with them. But for the event, I definitely had a soft spot for Jay. I thought Haesung looked very elegant though in the photo shoot. Like I said, I'm bummed I didn't have any more Haesung photos. I just didn't have any more printer ink. I'm starting to run out. I couldn't print anymore. But I thought Haesung looked very elegant. I like that Jay seems to kind of be coming to his own a little bit. Ever since Romance Untold came out, I kind of felt like that shift in Jay, but I'm also a Jay bias, so I can't tell if that's just me being a Jay bias, But I just feel like he's really gained a lot of confidence. It definitely seems like he has. He really just exudes this confident air. And I don't, like, that's not demeaning. I'm not trying to be demeaning. I mean that in like a really great way. Like, that just really fuels his performances. Even just watching him on the red carpet, it was just cool. He looked so cool. He looked happy, and it's nice to see that. But I think as well, the other thing about Jay that makes me laugh is he's just so polite. And like that, again, green flag, we stand. But I just mean the fact that it's always so cute seeing the photos where he's like waving. I think it's great, you know? I think we need more of that kind of positivity in the world. So yes, I'm definitely being a Jay bias, but I very much liked these photos. I actually, it may have been before I was on YouTube. There's a K-pop journaling flip through on my YouTube channel. If I remember, I will link it in the description box. But in that one, I'd actually made one of the first Pomellato spreads where it was last year, where they were with, I don't know if she was like the CEO or the founder, but they were with obviously one of the women of the company. And so I'd made a spread like that last year. So this actually felt very much like a time pass. It was like, wow, this is how long it's been that I've been making these spreads. I don't think I made a video for it. I'll look, but I don't think I did. So if I can't find that, I'll link my first K-pop journal flip through down below, and that one definitely has it. But that video I don't think is voiced over because I didn't have a microphone at the time. So you will just unfortunately have to read captions. Oh, speaking of that, sorry, complete mental shift. I've started captioning my videos. I've been captioning them in English. Obviously, that is just the only language I speak. But I've been putting actual subtitle tracks in, so I think that YouTube can actually translate that to other languages. So I've been trying to make my videos a little bit more accessible, a little bit more available to people, especially since I can see, obviously, my viewer stats. And even though most of my viewers are US based, I know some of you aren't. So please feel free to try and translate this with these subtitle files. I do them manually by hand, it takes forever, but I really try to make these videos more accessible. That is where I will leave you because we are now at the end of the spread. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.